Well, we continue with our focus on the African Mining Indaba. We're joined by Chair of the Investing in African Mining Indaba, Frans Baleni. Good day, Mr. Baleni. Thank you very much for joining us on the program. So you delivered, in particular, the welcome address, officially setting the stage, many would say, for day one of the Indaba, which is held under the theme, Future-Proofing African Mining. Just talk us through that theme.
Thank you, Sis Nomfundo, and good afternoon to your listeners. Future-proofing for African mining today theme is informed by various pillars. The first pillar was saying the mine of today cannot be sustainable. We need to employ technology for future mining. And naturally, when you are employing technology, the more relevant people to deal with technology are younger people. We're also saying that bring women. Women are well known to take care of future, having capability of bearing child and deliver a baby. They are best suitable also to handle mining and technology. We're also saying in the theme, we need to reduce exposure of commodity price volatility through developing critical markets for critical minerals, especially doing industrial processing, in other words, beneficiation using technology in the countries where we're producing these minerals.
So essentially, you are gathered to fortify this industry, which, at least by fostering sustainable practices, as you say, embracing cutting-edge technologies, and also by recognizing or pushing for the role of women within this industry. But is there no apprehension around the costs of this transition that must contribute to a decarbonized world?
Obviously, these things do cost, System Fundo, but it is the only sustainable and environmentally friendly method. And we're also encouraging involving the communities to play a role. And these requirements means that retraining of the current workforce, but preparing a deeper trained and skilled workforce for the future in an environmentally friendly method of mining.
But when we speak of retraining, there's also the aspect that when we're using these modern technologies, they would require less human capital. If we're talking mechanization in these mines, really you would see machines at some point mining underground. So what does that mean? Because beyond just this conversation, many are saying you need to also future-proof the communities in these mining spaces. So what happens to them who are quite worried about this move to the more technologically advanced equipments?
That's why we are involving communities. That's why community representatives are here. That's why traditional leaders are here to contribute, to say how best can we travel together this path. Yes, there will be some job losses, but there will be a number of new jobs which are going to be created in this technologically advanced environment. For example, if you do beneficiation, which is not there in many areas, you will be creating a number of jobs.
Now, as the Mining Indaba, you're considered a conduit for positive disruption in the mining industry. Now, the much-needed disruption is greater support for those that you refer to as junior miners or emerging miners. That would be the language that you use. So these specific ones, when we talk of junior miners, they're quite valuable to South Africa's economy, given the numbers that they employ. Is this aspect of greater support for juniors among those being tackled there?
Oh, we definitely. You'll notice that in the participants here, we've got big players, we've got small players, we've got emerging players. And we're saying that there must be mentoring, there must be support, not only by government, but also these big players and investors to put resources to empower from junior to become large.
Major,
And then develop small-scale miners as well.
Let's talk about the impediments to faster growth in Africa, because these junior miners, their issues or impediments vary from country to country. For instance, in the DRC, their growth would be hindered by volatile political climate, which we're seeing now, the war. In South Africa, we've been lagging behind in mining exploration for over 2 decades now. We've heard just recently the Minerals Council stating that new and more efficient systems to manage mineral rights as well as exploration licenses will be coming soon. Just talk us through some of those impediments to faster growth on the continent.
You have touched one of the most important area, which is exploration. Last year, the Department of Mineral Resources and Petroleum, with IDC, launched a fund to say, here is a seed capital to assist players who want to do exploration. Without exploration, you are not creating a pipeline for mining. Secondly, for South Africa, what is also lacking is an environment for small-scale miners to operate. We need to have that support, which we can learn lessons from a number of other countries. You have also touched on the violence and geopolitical challenges, including infrastructure.
Yeah.
If you go to the DRC, you must come up with your own energy and roads and so on. So those issues are part of the engagement in this platform.
All right, Mr. Baleni, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. That's Chair of the Investing in African Mining Indaba, Frans Baleni, speaking to us there on day one of the African Mining Indaba.